Imagine a land of breathtaking coastlines and ancient cities, deeply rooted in history, but once part of a larger federation. How does a nation like this find its own path to self-rule and sovereignty? Croatia achieved its independence primarily through a democratic declaration of sovereignty in 1991, following the breakup of Yugoslavia. This pivotal moment marked the culmination of deep-seated historical aspirations and growing political shifts towards self-determination. The roots of Croatia's independence movement can be traced back many centuries, as Croats maintained a distinct national identity despite being part of various empires and later, the Yugoslav Federation. When communist Yugoslavia began to weaken in the late 1980s, economic disparities and rising national sentiments across its republics fueled a desire for greater autonomy. Slovenia and Croatia, being the most economically developed, sought a democratic and market-oriented future, which clashed with the centralizing tendencies in Belgrade. The democratic elections in 1990 in Croatia, which brought Franjo Tuđman and his Croatian Democratic Union to power, further solidified the push for full sovereignty. The actual process unfolded with several key steps and challenging periods. First, Croatia held a referendum on independence in May of 1991, where a massive 93% of voters supported sovereignty. This clear mandate then led to the formal declaration of independence on June 25, 1991. However, this declaration was immediately followed by the Croatian War of Independence, or Domovinski Rat, as forces from the Serb-dominated Yugoslav People's Army and Serb paramilitaries sought to prevent secession. Croatia had to fight for its very survival, defending its newly declared borders in a conflict that lasted until 1995. A crucial aspect of this period was the international recognition of Croatia as a sovereign state. Germany was one of the first major powers to recognize Croatia's independence in December of 1991, playing a significant role in its diplomatic breakthrough. Furthermore, the role of the Croatian diaspora was immense, providing vital financial and political support throughout the war. The final military operations, particularly Operation Storm in 1995, were decisive in securing Croatia's territorial integrity and ultimately ending the war. Understanding Croatia's journey to independence reveals a powerful story of national resolve, democratic will, and the immense challenges faced in building a sovereign state. It highlights how historical identity, political aspirations, and courageous military defense combined to forge the modern nation we recognize today, a proud and independent member of the European Union.